Eat and 3, 2, 1.
Fart.
Get gas.
Here we are. We're back.
Show.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
All right, here we go, peeps. It's been a long week. It's been fun. But we're here. And you may notice a little resolution change, hopefully. It all works out well. And also some lighting differences, maybe. Maybe.
Softer.
New look, same great humor.
Yeah.
But thanks for joining us and hope you all are having a great week.
Autumn just drove home through fog. Oh my goodness. So cute. Love fog.
All right.
So yeah, I had a great week, obviously.
Obviously. Great.
Yeah.
Anyway. What? What's up?
What's up with you?
What's up with you? Hey, good
okay.
looking. What you got cooking?
Fill in the blank. String 1, 2, 3.
Theory.
Jeez. Okay.
Oh, in case you didn't know, it's a game called Think and Sync. Okay.
It's
a
not about
topic.
boy bands.
No, not about boy bands, which is what I thought I was when I saw the cover, right? But it's not about boy bands. We're continuing from last week. It's a topic. You say 3, 2, 1, and then you and the other person say a word, and hopefully you're thinking in sync.
Yeah.
With one another.
Yeah. Liquid 3, 2, 1. IV.
Oh.
You didn't go.
I got distracted.
Cherry 3, 2, 1. Coke. United 1, 2, 3. States.
Airlines.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Oh, did I drop one?
Yeah, you did.
Oh. Stop and 3, 2, 1.
Go.
Shout. Okay.
Go.
Stop and shout. No, that's twist and shout. Okay.
Yep.
Twist and fill in the blank. 3, 2, 1. Shout. Stars and 3, 2, 1.
Stripes. Ooh, we're so good. We're so in sync.
Yeah. Eat and 3, 2, 1.
Fart.
Get gas. Think about that sign.
Yeah.
In Indiana, it says "Eat here, get gas."
Cheryl's, you are famous, and hopefully it's still up. But I think going through there last time, it was not up.
Oh, so sad.
It was a sign alongside the highway that said "Eat here and get gas," because it was a gas station.
Mm-hmm. And they had food. Yeah. Any hoozles. I was watching a video.
What?
And,
No way.
I know. And they were talking about writing your own eulogy, but like having it take years. So you start now, you can go back to other good things, but it's a way for you to have like this running kind of tab on all the things that you would want, like stories that you would want shared at your eulogy. Okay. Funny things, serious things, like big moments, accomplishments, daring things, like those kinds of things. Then you have it all written down, and if you are having a bad day, instead of being like down on yourself, you can go look at your highs while you're in your lows. And I was like, well, that's kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
Yeah. So I wanted to know, like, what kinds of things would you put in your eulogy?
Well, marrying you, obviously.
Oh.
Obviously.
You're a sweet man. That would be daring.
It's not for the faint of heart, that's for sure.
No, it's not. I'm just thankful you like my kind of crazy.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that, like, I've got massive things that are big milestones, but like having a kid make it to adulthood and still
Yeah.
living, that, I mean, that's good,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Um, I mean, that's the one of the biggest ones. Hopefully, a group of believers and starting a church.
Yeah.
Hopefully that, comes to fruition, but I mean it started, so
Mm-hmm.
there's that part. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would say, like, one of mine, I would think, um, I don't know, like riding an elephant.
Oh yeah, we did that, huh?
That's something that,
You pet a tiger?
we pet a tiger.
His name was not Tony.
No, he was a medium and he was big.
And there was a little Thai appetizer standing between us and
Yeah.
him.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Um,
I mean, I guess that could be a thing, like kind of somewhat of a world traveler.
mm-hmm. Yeah. And you put your travels in it. You
Mm-hmm.
can, um, your marching band went to state.
Yeah.
You got to march at the Lucas Oil Stadium.
Nope.
What was it when you marched?
It was the RCA Dome. It's no longer there.
The RCA Dome.
It's gone. Lucas said, "We don't like that house anymore. We're going to knock it down and build something different."
Knock it down. Not the house that love built. Yeah, just I mean different things. What else?
I don't know. There's some cool things like marching in the light parade at Disney World,
Mm-hmm.
like in marching band.
Mm-hmm. Daffodil Princess
There you go.
for Pierce County for Lincoln High School.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think like maybe as adults buying our first house
Yeah.
is something that's like, oh, that's
I mean,
kind
that
of
might be
it
quite
took
quite
us
the
a long time.
achievement.
Oh my
Here
gosh.
coming up.
I heard an economist, they were saying that in like a livable wage where you could buy a house and stuff like that in 1983 was $30,000. And if you adjust that for inflation, it would be the equivalent today of $164,000. What?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm like, I don't know who is buying houses these days,
People that want to live house poor, honestly, with
It's,
the interest rates where they're at, and
yeah.
yeah. But I mean, as we go along, wages will adjust, and it'll become normal to spend more, and like it'll all come around. But
Yeah. Maybe.
we're in that in between time. We're kind of like in the lull of like going up and whatnot. So,
Yeah.
any hoozles. Either way, it's still an accomplishment, I think.
Yeah. And they were also talking about like back, I don't remember the year, when people would get like they would get paid like $3,000 for the year. A house was 5,000. So it was around double your income. So
Right. Well, and brand new cars, like sports cars in the 60s were like $3,500. So
that's so crazy to me.
it's all, it's all different, right? So, inevitably there's more money in circulation, so therefore things are going to cost more. It just is what it is. You just keep on trucking and keep on moving and just try to do the best you can. Right?
Yeah. I
So,
think, what else? I think going to massage therapy school, like I did that. I
mhm,
You went to you're got your bachelor's in urban missions,
I did. Using it currently.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be something like an odd achievement. Actually using the degree you went to school for.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know. So I guess that was my thing was what I don't know, it's kind of hard to think of on the spot, but what would
Yeah.
be other things like walking across the Capilano suspension bridge in Canada in
Yeah.
Vancouver and previously being terrified on a bridge that was probably a tenth of the length and a million times looking more sturdy. The one down around Mount St. Helens, we walk across the bridge,
Oh yeah.
and the whole time I'm singing, like, I'm
You're
singing
cry
worship,
singing.
I'm cry singing worship songs.
And that thing had like cables
Yeah,
through the wood.
it had cables. It had like giant, it was,
And it was like maybe two people wide.
yeah,
Maybe two people wide.
yeah. But
If you went like and shimmied sideways of each other. Yeah. And it was like oh so much closer to the rushing water.
yeah, it was, but woo, man, was I terrified. We went on the Capilano suspension bridge and the cliff walk, and I was in the middle taking pictures for people who were terrified.
Well, and
I was like
and
chilling. I
to
had no
give
issues.
context, I forget how long the bridge is, but it's probably 3 times longer than the one at Lava Canyon,
Oh, much longer than that.
at least. And it is every bit of 3 to 4 people shoulder to shoulder wide. The one in the Capilano,
Yeah.
so much
And didn't it say
larger.
like 3 times the height of like the canyon below was three Empire Statue of Liberties or something like that?
Something like that.
It was,
It's up there.
yeah. But I don't know. That one just didn't bother me as much. So that is a feat.
And that one
Yeah,
on the cliff
so
walk, you also had like glass floor to walk, and like
great or glass floor.
and there's one part where the walk actually is suspended out from the rock face, probably 15 feet, which was interesting.
So you're just kind of walking out in the air. Yeah. Anyway, if you've never been, it's fantastic. It's very fun. I want to eventually one time go in the winter time around Christmas because they have it all lit up with like sparkly lights and stuff.
Sparkly
So
lights.
beautiful. They also have great ice cream.
Okay, with that,
Yeah.
if you ever go to an Asian country that has one of those glass bridges, you going on it?
Probably. Oh, okay. Here's the thing.
Like the one that acts like it breaks?
Oh gosh, no, probably not that. No, because that really is like my fear. I'm always afraid that whatever I'm around or doing, or like if I'm in a vehicle, or and this is, yes, I need to go to see a therapist.
What? No.
But if I'm in a vehicle and I'm stopped on a bridge, I am concerned that the weight of that vehicle plus me
Yep.
is going to break the bridge.
That's what's going to throw
I
it
am
over.
concerned. I know. I am concerned that if I am walking on a glass bridge, it's everyone else walking plus me. Like it's the me part that makes it unsafe because I just don't think people are rating things for my size person
Well,
inside those things. Like it's not part of the
that's
safety
hilarious.
rating.
Though when we're sitting in a car on like a smaller bridge that's
Oh.
barely like 2 cars wide, and you have a semi that comes over at the same time, and you can just feel the bridge doing this. You love it so much.
I don't even want to watch you like do what the bridge is doing. I don't love it very much. Any hoot. What were we talking about? Why did we get to that? Bridges.
Bridges
Yeah. Oh, glass
to
bridge. I don't
Terabithia.
think so. I don't think that I would
You don't think
go
you
on it.
would go on it? I would try.
Or the glass floor in like Vegas and stuff.
Or I forget what it's
Well,
not the
there's
Sears
one
Tower anymore, but
right.
it's the Willis Tower now, I think, or whatever, has one where you can step out, I believe.
Yeah, I just don't know.
And then there's the one where
I'd be
it's
like,
like
well, they didn't
glass
rate it for
floor
me.
or whatever, but and then it also tips out.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
What? Why
No,
not?
I would definitely my fear would be that I would break the glass and then I'm just falling,
My fear
which is like almost every nightmare of mine.
My fear would
Somehow.
be that the glass would no longer be clear underneath me.
That you would poo.
That I would pee myself.
You get so scared. Can you imagine like people getting out there and just getting nervous and like puking down the glass and they're like, all right, time to clean again. All right, time to clean again.
I just would be like, get to the point where you just like get so scared that you like lose.
Bowel movements.
Like, not necessarily
control.
that, just control
Or
of
you like
your
just
body.
get so scared you tinkle a little bit.
Or your knees give out, or whatever,
Yeah,
and
what
then
if your
you fall
knees give
against
out
it.
and your knees fall against the glass and then you fall through?
Okay, you have to remember though that at that height, the glass has to be rated for like over 100 mile an hour wind.
Okay.
Like your little knee going against it is not going to break
My
it
knee
open.
is not little.
It's not going to break it.
Okay.
Anyway,
All right. Well, I mean, here's the thing. I do have very active, intrusive thoughts. And so in my mind, I can see it all playing out. I was talking to some customers the other day. We were talking about, I think we were just talking about intrusive thoughts, or maybe it started with something else. And obviously, sometimes like
you
conversations.
were talking, so there
I
were
was
intrusive
talking,
thoughts.
so it just like, and then sometimes people just stop. They're just like, that is so much information. I'm like, I am so sorry. I will stop talking right now. But we were talking about how
That's because your intrusive thoughts don't stay on the inside. They go on the outside.
no, the talking parts do. But then I get nervous if I'm talking too much and somebody else isn't saying something. But because I'm nervous, I talk more because I talk when I'm nervous, and so I'm just
It's
like,
a cycle. It's vicious.
I'm like,
Vicious cycle.
you go. Anyway, we were talking about the now owner of the coffee shop. Her husband, back at the beginning of COVID, got COVID, and it was like really in the early stages. And so she made him stay in like these empty barracks on Camp Murray. And
Well, they had him set up for this. Like,
yeah, like it was, I mean, he was staying
it was part of the
mostly
policy.
alone. Anyway, so he was staying on Camp Murray. And so once or twice a day, I would either take down some stuff and then later take down more stuff, but we were essentially feeding him. Yeah. We were essentially feeding him. So from the coffee shop, so like let's say this is like the area. So the coffee shop's here. Then you go out to the road and down, and then there's a street that comes all the way here, and then you have to go in and in and in and in, and the barracks are back here.
And then?
But from here, there's a hill and a field, and every time I came around that corner, and then you have to take the corner and then go in. But like you come around, and the trees, there's a bunch of trees where there's like a creek and stuff, but you pass those, and then it's just open field. And every single time my brain said, just go off the hill, just launch it, land, and just drive right on out, drop off the food and zip on out. Every single time. And he's like, that's okay. What made you not do that? The customers that I was talking to, one of them was like, what made you not do that? And I was like, I don't know, probably because I'd get hurt.
You're
And
too
he's
much
like,
of a
not
rule
because,
follower.
yeah, I was like, because I get hurt, or he's like, it's not because like, it would like hurt your vehicle or it would like hurt like the surrounding area. And I was like, no, I mean, it was just like, I know I'm not supposed to. So like, and I probably get hurt. And so then he was like, that's so weird. I don't even know what you're talking about, like those kinds of thoughts. And the guy that was with him was like, oh, you've never had an intrusive thought. And he's like, I don't understand like that concept. And he's like, what are you talking about? So then he was going into like some things that he had thought of. And it was just like, it's just like a thought that like pops in. You're like, whoop, that's crazy. And you just boop, pop it right back out. And, and I was like, yeah, like sometimes on the narrowest bridge, like the spacing of the cables is such that, and my car is small.
It's not that small.
Sometimes I just wonder, like, if I were to just turn and go, would I like go through? But then my brain says, if you go through, what if you don't like make it all the way, or you like don't go straight on, and then like you fall out of the window, but then like your eyelid catches on like a screw,
your
that's
eyelid.
like sticking out of the side. So then you fall into the water, which is like cement because it's far enough, but then like you're drowning, but like you can't, but and your eye hurts, but you can't scream because you're drowning. Like then the whole thing, like you're just
because your eye hurts. That's
like
why you want to scream.
yeah, because it hurts so bad because your eyelid just like, and I was just like, that is
totally no. Seems plausible.
And he goes, he looks at the other, he goes, mine are not like that. I was like, oh yeah, me neither. He's like, yours are pretty vivid. And I was like, yeah, no, not normal then. Okay. Oops. Anywho.
Anyway.
Anyways. So yeah. So what about you?
I don't know. My brain's been kind of a little bit fried lately. It's been a lot of working.
And a lot of studying.
A lot of studying.
I've been doing a lot of studying for Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday shush.
Sunday
shush.
So my brain is just a little woo. But
yeah.
I mean, I'm excited about some disc golfy things, which is not really your jam, which is fine.
Which disc golfy things? Is there another?
It's a pro tour stuff.
Happening? I thought the pro tour was just happening.
It's getting ready to start.
Again?
It's been off season for like the last 2 months.
Wait, they have 2 on seasons?
No.
They just have 1 on season?
Yeah.
How long is their season?
From
baseball.
Like
it's long like baseball.
February to
November.
September.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a long season.
It is.
That's long like.
But they get like 3 months off. 3 months off, I think. So.
Yeah, but like football isn't playing for that amount of time, is it?
Football's also a lot more of a physically demanding sport. It's like getting hit by a truck every play.
Yeah.
Disc golf is not that.
Okay, baseball. How long is their season?
They are, I think they're already in spring training or about to be in spring training.
I mean, like their games. How long are their game seasons? They play a lot of games, baseball.
They go from, I think, March until October.
Oh, okay, so it's about the same as...
Right.
Okay, so they play as long as baseball plays. Here's my...
But they don't do 162 games. Plus postseason.
Baseball, I just feel like is a bit...
Much?
Too long. So I like going to baseball games.
For like 4 innings.
Yes. I like the theme of it. I like the doing it and the having a hot dog. I like the taking the pictures like, oh my gosh, I'm watching baseball. And like you watch baseball a little bit and then and then I get really tired of sitting. There's not usually a ton of action. Nobody is getting in fights. Like I just don't know
Which
what.
is why you like hockey, huh?
No, I don't really. I
No.
mean, yeah, I do like hockey. But even then, sometimes it's like watching children play soccer, and I'm just
Well, it
like,
depends on which league you're watching.
mm,
Depends
yeah,
on which league you're watching.
yeah.
But well, then you might actually like watching professional disc golf in person because you can actually follow a card, so you're constantly walking with them. You're like, yeah,
Yeah,
no.
I think maybe then it'd be like in-person fantasy football because then like it's one person I'm following and I'm like, yeah, you do it. Woo, get it.
Woo.
Um, I like fantasy football better than regular football just
Mhm.
because it's my team. I don't care if they're fighting each other or
Right.
playing against each other. I
You just
really,
worry about the amount of points you get.
yeah, then I'm like, hey, I want you to do
Woo.
great. And then I want you to do great. And they're like, they're playing together. And I'm like, well, one of you can move the ball and the other one can move it back. And then we both get points. And I get double points for the same game,
Doubles.
actually. So I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah. It only doesn't work if your defense is opposite.
How do we get talking about fantasy football?
Because you said, "What about me?" And I said, I'm tired, but interested in things that you're not really like super into."
Oh, disc golf. I
Yeah.
like disc golf though. There was this one field course.
You liked the one course.
I really did. Here's the thing. It was the one that I first went to with Christopher, and it was the one that we started going to every day, and I started getting like less bad. I'm not gonna say good, at all, but less bad. And I knew like I knew where I needed to throw. I knew like the walking path. I knew like it was the place. We brought friends to play with us. It was sunny and open and it had a lot of trees, but it was like very open and bright,
Hmm.
but also had a lot of I don't know. And then the land that it was on, the owner, I think Washington State.
It's Washington State.
Washington State decided that they wanted the land back, and so no one else could
Well,
like do
not
anything on it.
not necessarily that they wanted the land back. What happened is because there were tee pads and baskets on the land, that was a somebody occupying the land, and you cannot occupy state land because then if you occupy it for a certain amount of time within Washington State, then you essentially
As
get
squatters'
get
rights.
rights. Right.
Yeah,
So they said no more. You got to remove the stuff. So we lost two courses
yeah, but
on that
like in
property.
other things, you just have to be gone for 30 days and then you can come back.
Right, but because that stuff was there, they're never technically gone. And at least for the disc golf community in our area, they had it for 30 years. Like it was cool, but it's not there anymore. The
No.
problem with that is that the courses that are still left in the area are much longer. They're harder, and
And they're
I
darker.
no. Well, you haven't been to the new one,
I haven't been to the new one.
which is not dark at all.
Hmm.
Because a lot of it is open field because it's an old municipal ball golf course. But it is also a lot longer of a course, which
Right.
I don't know that you would necessarily enjoy.
Yeah.
That
That
was
is
the
one
nice
thing that
thing
didn't do
about
well for me. I have not been able to get my throws longer.
that was the one nice thing about the other one is because it was open and bright and it was a pitch and putt course. It was not very the holes were not long at all.
No, they weren't like incredibly long. It was like a beginner course, but
Hmm.
it was our course. It's the one that we went to. And then when it was like, well, we're not going to have it anymore. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, then at that point, it was there's like Monday night league and Thursday night league and Tuesday night doubles and this and that. And there's like something almost every day. that if you're not paying to be a part of like the league or, whatever, and then you have to play when they play and you have to play for as long as they're playing. And I'm like, we would go out every day and we would play for an hour before dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like just the thing that we did to hang out together.
Yeah.
And be active,
yeah.
but also just like to be together, and we would talk the whole time, and so then when it closed down, then it was now 3 courses into one, which means 3 times the amount of people and
Sometimes
less availability for nights, because a lot of times we'd go and then, oh, well, we're not a part of the doubles, or oh, they're
But
right,
the nice thing about that is my hours have changed.
yeah,
So I get done with work well before they start.
that is true.
Way before they start, actually.
That is true.
So
That's new.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
But we also got another course, which is a pay to play, which is not bad. It's $5, but
Yeah, but if we both go, that's $10 every time.
yeah. But and they also have a pro shop, which is fantastic.
Yeah,
Always
that
a
is
disc to
nice.
try out.
That
And
is
they
nice.
sell waters and little snacks and stuff. So I mean, it's really cool.
They used to have a little truck, a guy that would come in a truck,
But now they have an actual shop because it's
like a
part
food
of
truck type truck.
part of the rental of the old municipal ball golf course is that it came with some buildings that
Yeah.
now they have a shop.
Yeah.
So
Which is really nice, because now there's a pro shop close.
that actually has a decent stock of discs and a good selection.
Yeah.
And they have a used selection, so you can spend like $5 or $10 and get a different disc that you wanted to try. So
Yeah. So that's nice. But when it's nicer.
get another day like we had today, it'd be the time to go.
Yeah, it was really sunny today. In the middle of a bunch of rain.
A bunch of rain.
And it's going to keep raining.
Don't tell me that.
We're
Don't you rain on my
in a
parade.
rainforest.
Don't you rain on my parade, lady.
Well, it's a good thing you're not walking in a parade, because this is going to get rainy. I think that's what it was saying. It was like, when I checked a few days ago, it was saying that it's going to be like for the next 10 days. And that was like 7 days ago.
No way.
Let's see what it says. It says, oh, okay,
Oh, you stink.
from now on for the next 10 days.
For the foreseeable
For the foreseeable
future.
future.
I should have went today.
Oh.
That's okay.
Well, one of these
Summer's
days
coming.
is only
Summer's coming. Is
Monday
only
is
60%.
only 50%. So, I mean,
Now, does that mean there's 50% chance, or does that mean it's going to be raining for 50% of the day?
I assumed it was 50% chance of rain. Like, it's only 50% likely to rain.
Yeah.
And then somebody once said, it's only raining in 50% of the area. And I was like,
Area of what? That doesn't make sense.
like the area of where they're taking the,
So, just in Lakewood, it's only going to be 50% in Lakewood?
or
50%
like
of the
Pierce
area?
County or whatever, like whatever
That
area.
doesn't make sense.
And I was like, okay, I
That
don't think
does
that's
not
it.
make sense at all.
But I also don't think it's 50% of the day.
No?
I just always assumed it was like a 50% chance.
Well, they used to say 50% chance, but then it just went to like 50%.
Maybe they just don't say chance. Maybe
they don't.
just assumed.
But also sometimes when it says
Like for 50% likely.
50%, and then it's like 100% of the day is rain.
Right. Well, they were 50% right and 50% wrong. It was 100% gonna rain.
99% wrong, usually.
Well, they were saying I'm 100% right that it was gonna rain 50%, and it rained 100. So technically, I won.
Oh,
Them are good odds.
yeah.
Them are good odds.
Should go to Vegas with them.
No, I don't know that I really understand gambling.
I don't understand gambling, and I work too hard for my money to just throw it away. So I
I
would go to Vegas for the food
I think
and maybe some shows.
I think I understand more if it's like um Dave and Buster's. You know, like you're playing and then sometimes you get tickets.
Well, it's kind of like a slot machine.
Yeah, except you're actually playing a game.
Yes,
I played a slot machine one time. I was so disappointed,
and
actually.
bored.
I'm really bored. I put $20 on the play card and I was like, "Oh my gosh, look, I'm gambling for the first time." And and
Put
then
that in your eulogy.
I thought that I gambled one time and hate it. Um I thought it was going to be like Frogger. Like you had to like boop 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 boop. Like you had to like jump side to side and up and you're pushing buttons for
When
that.
you
Like
pushed
that's
it
what I
five
thought.
times, the next thing you knew, you were out of money.
Well, I was like, where's the buttons? And he's like, what buttons? And I was like, where's like the arrows? And he's like, well, there's arrows there. And I was like, but that just selects like how much money I want to like bet. Where is like the game? And he's like, this is it. You're looking at it. And I was like, this is not what I thought. I thought it was like Dave and Buster's, but with money. And then you win money, quarters instead of tickets for the gift area.
There is a Xbox lounge in one casino that we've been to, but you don't make money.
Oh, you're just playing video games?
Yeah.
See, I know that people play games like poker or the craps or the roulette and whatnot.
Like video poker, right?
Or like real poker, like
Yes, table
they
games.
usually answer blackjack or whatnot.
Yeah, table games.
Something like that. I don't know that I would ever bet money. Like, let's say
But yeah, and that's when
we
you
go
can
up
get in
there and it's
trouble real
like,
quick, real fast.
and they're like, all right, who's playing spades? I am. I am. And you just like put in a token and you're like, okay, so here it is. I think that I can take 4. Okay. All right. So I put in 4 tokens. So I was like, I think I can take 3. And then like you take your 4. But then if you get a bag, you don't get money, or you do. Like I am not that accurate.
Coming up with a game here, people.
Coming up with a game, people. We're gonna start playing with chips
You could put in your thing,
and
right?
candies.
And then if you go even, right? So each side is supposed to get their stuff. You get your stuff, then it just splits the pot. It goes back to whoever put in what, right?
What if you get a bag?
It just tallies on, right? So it just tallies on.
Saying the same thing twice doesn't make it more explained.
Emphasis on the right syllable.
Okay.
Just listen to me.
Pretend. Go ahead.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Listen. Here.
Listen, Linda. So it would just get tallied on. Yes, that's the third time.
Yep.
And then when you got 10 of them, let's say you would have to give up 10 or 100 tokens, right? Equal to the amount of points.
Mm-hmm.
And if you set the other people, you get what they bet.
Oh, you get the pot of what they put into the middle.
Of what they put in the middle because you set them.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
But if, say, each team it totals up to 13 and you get your thing, then it just splits the pot and you just continue.
Mm-hmm.
Or let's say it's not even, say it's only 12 that have been bid, then the bags become even more stressful. And you want to be more accurate because then you could be splitting the pot and taking bags so that when you get to the 10 bags, you actually lose money to the other team.
Oh. So the 10 bag money wouldn't go to the house. It would go to the other team.
Right.
Interesting.
I think it would go to your opponents, but it could go to the house. I mean,
I would play with pretzels in a heartbeat.
The house would make money. you know.
Yeah, they gotta keep
I would
the
play with
game.
pretzels too, except for I would eat my profits
Well,
if I
yeah,
had any.
yeah. I've got a lot of buttons. We can play with buttons, and
Mm-hmm.
then we can have snacks on the side. We got these
Snacks.
snack chopstick finger chopsticks. They they're little chopsticks, but they have these little hooks, and you slide them under on your fingers, and so it's a chopstick underneath here, and
Or on
so
top.
oh,
Depending
on top, yeah, like
either
this,
way.
so that you can hold your cards, but then there's these two little chopsticks sticking up, and then you just do this, and it picks stuff up, and like shoop, shoop,
Like
and you go, "Ooh,
chopsticks?
ooh," but then you're still like your fingers are still clean.
Yes, that makes my heart happy.
It is amazing. And that's one of the biggest things that Christopher doesn't like about snacks and card games or any game is that you get the snacks on your fingers and the fingers stuff gets all over the game and then
Especially with kids.
it makes it really hard to deal and it makes stuff grubby and then he's like, I
That
don't want to
and
pay
eating
$80 for a game and then
Yeah.
have it
And some, yeah,
just,
that's
like,
the thing is like
Cheeto-y.
some of our board games are like $70 for the base, and then we have like an add-on that's another $50 or whatever. So
I don't know that we have any that do that. But one
Catan.
was like 40.
Catan was 70 for the base and 40 or something for the expansion.
We like Catan a lot.
Anyway,
We were introduced to it as Catan.
and that's why it's going to be for the rest of my days.
So we say Catan, but apparently it's Catan.
I say how I want.
It sounds like somebody who's like, oh, I don't go to
imagine don't care.
Target, I go to Target. Catan.
Yeah.
That's what
Okay.
it sounds like.
It's some German dude that made it up. So
That makes sense.
I'll say it how I want in America.
Okay.
America.
Okay.
Anyway.
I would say Oreo and not Oreo if it was. I don't know, maybe if somebody said, hey, actually, like the way you pronounce Oreos is Oreo, I think I'd try
You
for a
might
little bit.
in Mexico.
But then I don't think that I would do it very well. I think I'd probably
No,
forget
I would slip right back in
Oreo.
to
Oh,
however
Oreo. Oreo.
however I said it most of my life.
Yeah, probably. Any hoot, we're having bagel pizzas for dinner, so I'm hungry.
It's time. We gotta go. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye!